Maybe two, and that was two more.
Yeah.
No falling asleep at the meeting. Okay. Okay, how often you've been out? Okay. Minutes from the March 25th and
Move to
April 1st
approve.
and April 1st. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, well, the cash balance people are walking in, so we'll give them a minute to get settled. You can see that in your packet, there's a report on the revolving fund. There's a budget report in your packet. And whenever you're ready, gentlemen, if we could have a cash balance report, please.
Sure, cash balance report as of April 3rd, 2013. Account balance, March 15th, 2013, $2,415,371, spot 23. We had deposits from March 16th to April 3rd of $2,180,144, spot 98. And that included our Chapter 70 funds at the end of March. Less a payroll of March 28th of $650,938, spot 87, and a warrant number 18 on March 26th of $173,065, spot 37. And that leaves us with a book balance on April 3rd, 2013 of $3,771,511, spot 97. With a corresponding bank balance on April 3rd, 2013 of $5,127,692, spot 27.
Can you have a motion on that, please?
Move these figures.
Okay. Any further? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you very much. There's a report in your packet on the revolving fund, budget report, budget transfers.
Yes, we do have some budget transfers. Basically, the big one there is for $30,000. We're moving it within basically the maintenance budget. We're moving it from supplies to building supplies and custodial supplies. We didn't budget anything for custodial supplies because when we put the budget together, we were planning on charging all custodial supplies up to a certain amount to the facilities rental revolving fund, which we still will, but at the end of the year, we need to ensure that we meet net school spending, and so that's basically what's behind the fact that we're charging these expenses to this account where we didn't budget for it. So at the end of the year, if we need or have overexpended our net school spending, we're going to adjust it by moving some expenses to the revolving fund. There's plenty of money in the revolving fund, but we're just not going to charge the revolving fund at this time.
Okay, can I have a motion on the transfers?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Annual fiscal statement of 2012, you have it in your packet. Fancy one from the accounting people. And also, you'll see that they did give us a fiscal year 2014 budget binder. Please go through it and be prepared with your questions at the next meeting, and then also to vote on it. It will come up for a vote at the next meeting. Okay, any questions? Communications, donations, 1997 Honda Accord, valued at $2,150 by Mr. Mark Shaheen of Foxborough. He is a math teacher here at Great Lawn Step. Community service projects, the auto body department, we finished a police cruiser for Merrimack College. Public participation, please.
Good evening, honorable member of the Greater Lawrence Vocational School. I, as a parent and a citizen, proud to bring to your attention now this important leadership meeting can be seen by the whole world. The first meeting has been projected in YouTube and of your wonderful staff, Mr. Mejia. From now on, we're going to put all these meetings on a DVD available to all the parents, citizens, the stakeholders interested to see what is happening in this very important leadership meeting. In this important election year, we as a citizen, as a registered voter, we want to see more parental involvement. We want to see the candidate for greater balance for vocational school promote parental community involvement. We need more support of our teachers and their union. In this wonderful school, our teachers need to know that us as a parent and citizen support them. There is some very mistaken idea is ongoing that they blame everything on the teachers. Non-performing students are not blamed to be blamed on our teachers. All candidates in this important election of 2013 must see how could bring more parental and community and stakeholders involvement. In the recent weeks brought to our attention necessity of utmost care, given in the case of the missing staff or electronic staff by the student. Rush to the judgment and accuse a student of in a vacuum is wrong. We as a parent and a citizen and leadership of this wonderful school need to use utmost care about accusing a child of doing anything wrong. We wish the best part in this election. We have elected best members that bring more parent and community involvement. We wish you the best in this upcoming election. Thank you.
Superintendent's report, Chamber of Commerce Annual Dinner, Superintendent?
On May 1st at 6 p.m., the Chamber of Commerce will have their annual dinner. And this year, Red Lawrence and Whittier Tech will be honored at that dinner for its work it does for young people. And so I wanted to inform the committee if they were interested in going, we would obtain a table for the district committee so that they could attend that dinner. We received 2 free tickets, and then we would purchase a table too, so that all the committee members who were interested could also go to that dinner, which is usually held at the Barrows. Yes. If anyone's interested in going, if you just let Janice know, then we'll make sure that we have enough seats for everybody. May 1st, 6 p.m. It's a Wednesday.
Advisory Board?
The advisory board, general meeting and department advisory meetings are being held now. And they are in the pack at this time. They will be going for light refreshments, hors d'oeuvres, about 6 o'clock in the front hallway. And then they'll go to their shops for individual meetings to look at curriculum equipment, talk about the industry trends, what are the kinds of things that we should be teaching our students in order to prepare them for work employment opportunities and educational opportunities in the future. So that's going on at this time. Started at 5 o'clock and addressed them at the public as time. And it looks like we have a good turnout this evening for that. That's encouraging.
Legislative breakfast?
The legislative breakfast, program is in the packet.
Oh, I'm sorry, net metering.
Net metering groundbreak. We met with Western Solution. I met with Western Solution last week to finalize the arrangements for the groundbreaking ceremony that will happen. They don't have the exact date for us, but it looks like it's going to be on the first week of May, in which we will go out to the community outside in the western part of the state. I will get the exact address out to you in an email this week. So you'll have the exact address in town when that will happen. They've already started the project. They've broken ground, but they want to have the actual ceremony when they start to put up some of the equipment so that people can see the equipment that's going up. We'll invite all our legislators to that. We'll send out a letter once we have the exact date, inviting them to the meeting, to the groundbreaking ceremony. And if we have anyone you would like to invite, Denise has given us a list of people she would like us to invite. So if you have
Legislative breakfast?
Legislative breakfast, we have planned the legislative breakfast for May. You should have program in your packet. The invitations have gone out. That they've gone out to the state representatives, senators, city and town managers, and mayors, and all the city councilors from all the cities and towns that invited us all this year to the breakfast program. You have a copy of the program for that breakfast.
The walk-up page?
You should have packages, you should see in your binders, the program policy for placement on co-op, current placement data and last year's placement data for comparison. 2 letters from companies resulting from the outreach to the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce members, and flyers surveying interested driver's ed, which has been posted on school television. Did send out 1,300 letters to all the chamber members, for myself. A few weeks ago, we've gotten a lot of response to that already. Companies looking for students and getting the word out into the community more. So we expect good turnout from that. And one of the big challenges we've had is that many students can't afford to pay for driver's ed, so consequently they don't get their license. That hinders us placing kids many times. So we're looking to find out how many students would be interested in taking the driver's ed program here, which are going to try to put together at a very reduced rate so it's more affordable for them. And then also, I've been in conversations with Merrimack Valley Nutrition Program to see if we could utilize their drivers and vans to take kids out first thing in the morning on jobs, so those kids don't have transportation. They would pay a certain fee. So they have a couple of vans that can add seats to, and so we're negotiating that now to try to help those kids who don't take jobs so they have no way to get to the job. So they would give them transportation, bring them out, pick them up at a small fee to the students. Those kids are going to work. So we're trying to meet the challenges.
Yeah, I think the effort and trying to find ways to make it more accessible to different students are really great. But quick question. So this year, grade 12, we have 67 students placed.
73 now, we've updated it today.
Oh yeah, that's right.
73 students out working right now. We have a couple more that are going out soon.
Is that just seniors or?
Those are just seniors.
And so then an additional 10 juniors.
Juniors, and then we also have 30 seniors out on internships, so they're not getting paid, but they're out working in the industry in a non-paid position, which we hope will turn into a paid position at some point for some of the companies.
So in total we have 67 plus 10 plus 28.
Right.
So it's 38.
73.
Which, in my discussions with the advisory this evening, one of the, I gave them my vision for the vocational side of the house. The thing that I said, I stated where we're at today. One thing, it was all about co-op. But I stated where we're at with co-op, what the vision was for 3 years from now. Right now, 25% of our students are out of co-op, our seniors. My vision for 3 years from now is 75%. And 3 to 4 years from there, another 75% have their licenses, degrees, continue being viable industry leaders, starting off their careers. And another 3 years later from that would be the industry leaders and business owners. So, but I talked to them about needing more help from them. Number one, they should be asking that they hire our students. Many of our advisory members don't hire our students. So I reached out to them and said, we need you to hire our students. And I need you to get the message out to all those industry people that you have connections with to look at Great Lawrence and call our co-op directors so that we can place more kids to work. So we are, in every term, we're trying to look at ways we're trying to increase the support and help for getting more kids on co-op. So it is a challenge, and we know that we've identified a lot of those challenges that we're going to be working towards. But I think looking at 75% of our kids on co-op in 3 years, which is our sophomore class this year, is a realistic goal. If we can make the changes that we're looking at to make in terms of what's going on in the shops stakeholders who are out there. So, I mean, there is an effort to try to move in the right direction.
Mrs. Fitzgerald?
The students that are on internships, is that as a part of requirement of hours they have to fulfill in order to get to a next level, or it's just the way it's been set up with the employer that it's an internship?
For some of them, it's a requirement, for some of them, it's not a requirement. It's an opportunity to get real world experience, because certainly, particularly in programs like graphics, visual design, that's a world of, where they take internships that eventually hopefully turns into work opportunities. Same thing, and a lot of those internships are in our nursing program, where students are working in different facilities.
Mr. Rossi?
Looks like it's a movie now, that.
Yes.
With the school logo on it.
Yeah.
How many seats in that? Is that something that?
That holds the 15 maximum, including the driver.
Is that possible?
Well, the challenge is that's the van we use for our different programs in the school. So the challenge is also having the driver have to take them and pick them up. So that's what difficult. That's why I reached out to the, because there are already vans and there are already drivers who get paid to come in, but they're willing to come in a couple hours early. They can take our kids to work and we can pay them for that. Or the student could actually pay them through a fee that we can charge and pay for those drivers. It's just an outreach that I did, thinking that this might be one way of trying to help some kids get jobs where they don't need that car once they get to work, as long as they can get to work, that this would be an opportunity to get them out there.
Mr. Vargas?
Just a quick question, the 25 students that are placed in Australia,
Yes.
are they placed at Mount Temple or where?
I don't think we have anyone on one jump. We don't have any with them. I think they work with Northern Essex. They take their internship program is with Northern Essex. So I don't think we've tried in the past. We have worked with Lawrence General. We have tried to continue a relationship with them, but Northern Essex is pretty well connected there in training their students.
So these 25 students are
Maybe at different facilities. Yeah. I think we have I'm almost sure we have, well, we used to have one in both families. We still have that. But we will, we're looking to reach out to, I know both families one on our list that we want to try to reach out to try to connect with them. But we used to send a lot of kids to home families as well. And that is one of our goals.
Do you guys go home?
Nursing homes, yeah.
Mrs. Fitzgerald?
I had one final question on the construction trades that are working on our house building project. Are the upperclassmen paid, or is that part of their learning experience?
Just part of it.
So that could also be called an internship in terms of your numbers, because they're on-the-job training? No?
Well, it's an externship in the terms that they're outside getting real world experience.
Thank you.
Moving on, a legal service contract, we need to vote on this evening.
You should all have a copy of the contract that our attorney had submitted as a possible proposal for moving on with him, accepting him as our attorney. If you have any changes or would like to make any suggestions regarding that contract, I think it falls in line with what he had submitted when he submitted his proposal for the position in terms of the hourly rate and things that were asked of him in that initial RFP.
I get a motion for the
I
discussion.
move to accept the agreement as drafted in our packet.
Second. Discussion? Any questions? Okay, if none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, administrative reorganization.
I have a copy of the school's organizational chart.
Is it in the packet?
No, it's a handout.